fight coming up, March 22. Moving up a division, feeling extremely energized, feeling great, feeling strong. Sparring has been unbelievable, and sometimes I think I should have moved up a little bit earlier, the way I'm feeling right now. So, important fight. YORDAN is maybe not as known as the Haneys, the Lomachenkos, the Teofimo Lopez's, but he has a massive fan base. I actually can't believe how big his fan base is. He's a respected senator. He's got a whole country behind him, and he's a former two-time IBO world champion. So we continue the reign since 2019 of fighting only world champions, which is huge. I haven't seen anyone in Australian boxing, let alone world boxing, continually fight undisputed champions, unified champions, world champions, former world champions, continuously in a row since 2019. So YORDAN is obviously dangerous. He will come to fight. I've prepared extremely well because this is my world title fight to get to the real world title fight. Any questions?
What is at stake in this fight, George?
Yeah, world title fight. This is an extremely important fight. Obviously Hitchens and the carrot is dangling next. It's there, it's ready, but without putting on a great performance, a great statement in my 140 debut against a guy like YORDAN, that kind of diminishes everything I'm working towards. So a lot is at stake. A world title fight, becoming a 2-division, 7-time world champion is at stake. Legacy is at stake. So I'm excited. And again, pride and honour. Legacy. He's a senator. He's a man of their people. So I want to be a man of my people, of Australia and Greece. So very a lot on the line for this fight.
How do you sort of make sure you don't look too far ahead, though?
No, I'm very focused. I don't overlook anybody. I work extremely hard to YORDAN. That's the only guy I've been focused on. And the Hitchin stuff has been there in the background. But YORDAN is the only guy I've got in front of me. It's the only guy I see right now. And like I said, this is like a world title eliminator. This is unofficial world title eliminator. And it's the same thing when I beat Lee Selby. Of course, you could see a Lopez fight possible. It was Lomachenko or Lopez at that stage. It's the same thing. You got them, it motivates you even more. But the man in front of me is dangerous, and he's the guy I've got to beat.
How different do you feel in the weight going up?
I feel good. I feel strong. My dietitian is extremely happy, and like I said, I should have made the move maybe 1 or 2 fights ago, because that coming down in weight, cutting of muscle, it does slow you up. It does affect your performance, and I feel fantastic at this weight. Great move, and like I said, I'm coming straight into a division at 140, which is red hot. The #1 guy there, I've already beat him up. The other guys there, we have fought, and you got world champions all calling me out as well. So it's a good time to come into the 140 division and feel great.
You mentioned that statement. How important is it to get that, and how do you see it going? What's a successful night out in the office for you?
Yeah, I want to knock this guy out. Obviously, we've got a fantastic game plan, being orchestrated by my lead coach Anton, and great sparring. I want to give big respect to Hass Hamden, who's tremendous, upcoming Australian fighter. Very similar to YORDAN. It's going to be great work, and I'm just ready for this fight. I know how important it is, and a statement has to be made. I haven't been able to make that big statement since the Lopez fight because I've been fighting the best of the best, and it's always hard to make a statement when you're fighting guys like Haney and Lomachenko. But this will be a statement in this fight. I will knock this guy out. They say he's a knockout puncher, knockout artist. Well, I'm going to show what I am at 140 now.
George, Adriana and Peter from the Greek era, what would you say to the Greek fans, because they love you?
It's, for me, I'm very proud of where I'm born in Australia. I represent both flags with all my heart. My Greek heritage is extremely important to me. We've seen the turnout of the Greek fans, in Melbourne and in Perth, and I'm expecting the same thing here in Sydney. United all together, from all the states coming together, with all the Australians, all the Greeks, and everyone else that is supporting me. It means the world, and you can see I've got the Greek flags there with my, obviously, my religion there as well, and it means the world. That's what I fight for, to keep bringing not only the legacy for my career, but bringing honour to both countries.
That's why they love you.
That's why I love them too.
How different is it fighting in Sydney in terms of your prep, mate? It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been good. Obviously, training camp, all here in my gym, and everything is familiar. I don't have to travel. I'm not really liking obviously the playing scenarios at the moment, so I'm happy to just be in my own state and have everything accessible that I need, that I'm used to, that I'm familiar with. Obviously, I'm not living at home. I have another little apartment that I'm living in, so I'm making sure fighter life, warrior life, prepared for whatever I've got to do in this fight, and then family, obviously, is the other corner of my life. So it's great to be here in Sydney. I know the fans are going to be all behind it. 8 years in the making. The last time was against Brandon Ogilvie at Luna Park. We sold that out, so I'm expecting the same thing.
When did you move out of home? Like, is that?
A few weeks ago now, yeah. But look, I still, I'm a father and an example. I had big sparring yesterday, but prior to the sparring, my daughter had her Tag Grand Final, and I haven't been able to go to watch any of her games. And I said, look, I'm going to make the effort to be there to watch my daughter. And they won. They won the Grand Final. They had versed the team that had beaten them twice in the pre-season, obviously in the lead up to the Grand Final. And just going there and watching success of my kids, it is a great feeling. So camp has been fantastic. I'm focused on what I've got to do, but again, I still hold that key elements, of being a father as well.
Feel any pressure in this fight, George? There's a lot on the line. It's a big card, big event.
No pressure, because I've been at the highest of the high, the pinnacle. When you look at Australian boxing, who's been able to do what I've been able to do and fight these guys that I've been fighting. So no pressure. I know it's at stake. It motivates me, it drives me, that extra bit. And I just go with the flow and enjoying camp. And I'm enjoying not having to have in the back of my head, I've got to make that 135 limit. It's brought a lot of energy into the camp, a lot of fun, and I'm enjoying every bit of it. I can't wait.
Good card as well, some good fighters on the card.
Yeah, fantastic card. Obviously 2 world champion, obviously female fights, which is fantastic to see the female sport continue to grow, especially here in Australia. Again, you've got Imam Katayev, who's an absolute wrecking machine, knockout machine, best light heavyweight in Australia, top 5 in the world, soon to be world champion, managed by JKSM agents, trained by Anton Kadushin, and the guy is serious. This guy, bring him in so you guys can start to see who he is. Imam Katayev, this guy is going to be future world champion. So.
Just to understand who he is, he's a 2020 bronze Olympic medalist. He should have been a gold medalist. He's an absolute wrecking machine, and he's the next future light heavyweight champion of the world. They call him Better Beef number 2. So his English is getting better, but
Imam Khater
number one Imam Khater, that's right. He's fighting Duval Palacio, all right, from Argentina, because nobody else will fight him in Australia. I went to all the top 5 guys in Australia, and he's number 2 rated in the Australian rankings. No one will fight him. They all said no. Doesn't matter how much money you threw at them, they said no.
I was even happy to do side bets with any of them, $100,000. They beat him 100 grand. None of them will step up. No problem.
So Imam Katayev, that's the name, and he's fighting a 10-rounder on George's undercard. So the thing is, if you miss, you've got to get out there and watch him fight. This boy can bang, and he can hurt, and he hurt everyone he's fought so far. 9 knockouts, he's hurt them all. And Palacio's in a world of trouble. Yes. What is Palacio going to? What's going to happen to Palacio, Imam, on March 22nd?
I think
He's gonna disappear.
Destroy him.
He's good opponent, but I need world championship belts.
Yes, we're going to get there.
I go, yeah.
Yes. See, he wants to get there real quick. You're going to get there, trust me. One step at a time.
How do you get in there, Jim? What's next after he gets past this fight?
Well, look, obviously, we got him a good fight when you fought back home in Chechnya against Junior Menendez, the Cuban. That was a big step up. Look what he did to Menendez. 3 rounds. Made him look like an amateur. So once again, couldn't get anyone from Australia. Obviously, some of the guys that are rated in the top 5. So I had to go overseas. I had 3-4 names to choose from. And I thought Palacio's the best suited name. We done a deal with Palacio, and the only reason is this: Palacio went the distance with Lele Seche. Lele Seche is basically what's scheduled to fight Mbili, but that fight's not happening. Now he went the distance. Mbili is a machine. So the thing is, Obviously, I want to see where he's at with Palacio, and if he makes a statement and Palacio doesn't go the distance, it goes to show not only to him but to the world that you know, he's a real threat to the light heavyweight division. What's after this? I'll sit down with either Tiger because they are his promoter from Canada, and we'll have a look. But it's going to be a big name. It's going to be a big step up name because that's what he wants. He wants a big name, and basically to show everyone that you know, I'm ready to take you know, that world title once those belts are vacated. First of all, Duval Palacio, George KAMBOSOS, DAUD, YORDAN. That's all we're focused on.